Hey Algebra, how are y'all doing? I'm sure you miss me. You do not miss me. You'll do fine. Now, I want to give you a video on left bound, right bound, vertexes, zeros, some rocks, Ashton. I might pitch a soft one to you. So let's get busy in this video. Reminder, you're welcome to see me after school, before school. If you have any questions, Miss Wynn has my answer keys. Certainly work together. Any goofing around, you'll be sitting in my room. Alright, so I typed in question 2. I played with question 1, but I didn't actually like the way it looked. Question 2 looks pretty nice. So I typed it in. I've got my x squared plus 3x minus 18. It looks like that. You're going, wow, that's awful. I know. Check out your window. I'm guessing negative 20 might be nicer. Now remember, you don't have to make this thing square. That's not bad. It could be just a little longer on the y-axis. So if I go to the y-axis and make that negative 30, well, that looks better. And you know, and you've got it at negative 20, positive 20. Maybe 10 wouldn't be bad. So I'm going to go back. So that could be negative 10, positive 10, count by 1. You have a very nice parabola. So, by the way, parabola is a little smiley face. So we're going to look at this quadratic, and I want to look at the, let's see here, what would they be? Yep, I want to see the rocks. I want to see your x-intercepts, and by the way, there are 2. By the way, that's going to be x-intercepts, and what are the rest? So then you got roots, zeros, x-intercepts, and solutions. Yep, name them in order. And then I also want to look at the vertex. And is that a minimum or a maximum? Well, is it at the bottom or is it at the top? Looks like it's at the bottom of the valley, so that would be the minimum value. So I guess I'll start there first. So I've got a pretty clean picture. Again, I'm going to go back to my window so you can see what that is. You don't have to get that picky. I'm just being nice because it's a nice picture for your screen. Alrighty, so you're going to go to second trace. I want to look at the minimum, and that's going to be 3. And so I'm going to move to my right. And it looks like the little flashing turtle there. So there's my left. I'm going to push enter. I'm going to go all the way back over. I want to get past that center point. Right there's good enough for me. I don't want to get too far, but I want to get past it, but don't get forever past it. I'm going to push enter again. Yes, I want the calculator to guess because I really don't want to do it myself. And survey says, so you've got x equals negative 1.5 and you've got y equals negative 20.25. Now I'm going to write that ordered pair on my paper. I wrote the ordered pair on my paper, and since it's an ordered pair and you're going to get way too many numbers, I just put beside it vertex and it's the minimum. If you look at this paper, you'll see they're asking the x-intercept, then they want the zeros, then they want the y-intercepts, and then they want this. So you just got to do each one. You just have to be careful. Remember, they're changing the equation. So what about, going back to my picture, what about the zeros? Where would the zeros be? What about the axis of symmetry? What would that look like? Wouldn't that look like that line? What kind of line is that? Is that a vertical line or a horizontal line? That's vertical, so I need vux. So that's going to be x equals, and I think this one's the x-axis, so x equals negative 1.5. I'm okay with the 0. I'm okay without the 0. So then what about the rocks? The x-intercepts, the roots, the zeros, the solutions. What are those going to look like? Back to the drawing board, or the calculator. So I'm going to go back to second trace. At this point, I want to pick 2 for zeros. And so, again, I need to get up above the x-axis. So above it's going to be left. So that's a nice one. So I want to push enter for left. And then I want to go below it. And by the way, I'm using my right and left buttons. That looks good to me. I'm below it. And then, yes, I want the calculator to guess for me. And guess what? X equals negative 6. Alrighty. So I've got x equals negative 6. And what else does it have? So remember, on the second part, you got to be careful. So starting over, second trace, I think zeros or 2s. I want you to continue on. And you're just going to travel around the parabola. There it is. And then I'm going to set my left here. I know that's not what you were doing a while ago, but that's left, right. This piece is left. This piece would be right. There's my left. Keep going up. Right is perfect. I'll set that one. Yes, I want it to guess. And then x equals 3. So there's all three parts. I know I didn't need all three parts, but I taught all three parts. How about we get that on the screen? Just being mindful when you're looking at that parabola and looks something like that. This one is your left, right. This one would be your left, and that one's your right, as far as left-right bound. If you have any questions, come catch me. I can make you a video, or I do after school. Lunch is okay. I'm good with lunch. All right, algebra, y'all have fun. Don't work too hard. Bye.